But also at the table, on the Obama side, was the completely neutral Samantha Power. She's half of the most dangerous couple in America. I'm going to put her over here, because I say he's the most dangerous man in America, Cass Sunstein. She's her... Danger is her middle name. She's an aide to Obama. And just in the last 24 hours, she was described by Time magazine as, quote, the foremost voice for human rights within the White House. She has Obama's ear, according to the executive director of Human Rights Watch. Human Rights Watch? Have I seen that before? Oh, yeah, that's right. George Soros' group. This one. These are also all of his groups, but this one is the one I'm talking about that just said this about her. How do they know her? Well, she wrote this book, Problem from Hell. It's about genocide. But she's not just an author. No. This idea was so good that somebody said, I like that. I like that. Call her up. The many faces of George Soros. Hey, it's me. I'm not so evil right now. I just want to say, you're genius. Why don't you get together with my charity group? So she did. And then they spawned, you ready? The Global Center for the Responsibility to Protect, which gives us the responsibility to protect doctrine, which sends us into Libya. Isn't that weird? By the way, Open Society, only one of two of the foundations that bankroll this whole idea. So, it was her idea that George Soros creates a foundation that gets this whole responsibility to protect thing through the very same doctrine that was used because she has his ear. I wonder who has his other ear. Uh-oh, I remember now, her husband. So the U.S. military action in Libya is based on this. And this is these are all the very diverse people that got together to say back last fall, hey, by the way, we should do something about democracy in Egypt. Now, the New York Times caught on to some of this today and wrote, the president's decision to pursue that course is something of a personal triumph for Samantha. Samantha, mazel tov. I mean that, Sam. You should be so proud. You're a big girl now. But let's go back to her influence in Egypt. Way back in November, she's the one who met with all the many faces of George Soros to figure out democracy in Egypt. What should we do, Georgie Wargie? Here's the report on the meeting. Participants who attended the meeting were reluctant to get into the real details of what the NSC officials discussed. Oh, I bet. But they suggested the meeting comes in the midst of the Obama administration conducting a review of its policies on democracy in the Middle East and a significantly stepped up focus by senior Obama administration officials on the Egyptian democracy issue in particular. So this is months before the spontaneous uprisings for democracy in Egypt. All out of the blue. Now, out of all the years for the Egyptians to come down with a freedom bug against Mubarak and get to the streets protesting, it's shortly after the administration steps up the efforts on, what do they say, the Egyptian